It's January 23rd, 2015. This is part 2 of the Matrix versus the Satanatrix and the Luciferix. I left off with saying that Jesus Christ said it would be better if people not be born if they harm any of the least of these small children. And I was talking about, excuse my voice, and I was talking about Hollywood. And I was talking about blacks in Hollywood, that I'm tired of the black pales and stales. And it's not only they project on wherever you at, they all over the place, wherever you go, Marcus magazines, on television, when you try to turn on the news or documentary, commercials on the internet and everything. So it's not like I'm sitting watching movies and then saying, oh, why am I being punished? It's that they are dumping this stuff on you all over the place like a big garbage dump, like your mind is a big garbage dump. Anyway, what I wanted to say in the first one, I don't call those in Hollywood stars. They more like satanic or Satanatrix slaves. They Satanatrix slaves. They're given fiat money for their slavehood, but they're no more than slaves. They're not stars. And for their so-called participation in their rituals and the Luciferics energy of pedophilia and everything, that they're given money and prestige and all that fiat money, because most of them don't have the contracts to back it up, and they're on land that's non-consented to them. As far as the blacks is concerned, most of them are violating their constitutional rights because they're serving foreign and corporate forces that are outside of the Constitution. So they will be made to bear too for their inequity. Their inequity of storing up and a whole bunch of money while watching their people who are their true investors of the Constitution suffer in homelessness and malnutrition and poor lack of education and health care and housing, when they had the money, when God tested them, the Most High tested them with money to show you that they would be just as evil as those who hijack in the government, to show you that they will lack as much empathy. Never once did they question where their tax money is going and not why it's not getting to that little black child that's stuck in the ghetto with lack of educational opportunity and lack of recreational opportunities and vocational training. Never once do they question, and that's what I don't like about blacks on this internet. They're so involved in information incarceration now. They want to question God. God gave you the written word. He said, I give you my word. I gave you the Bible. But they want to question. They want to go beyond. They want to go beyond. So they want to practice idolatry. They want to put themselves up with God. So they want to seek information, and they become incarcerated with information. They follow the yellow brick road that's leading them to insanity. Insanity enough to question the Bible, question the living God, to question blackness, to question their Negroid, to question everything. See, they question everything about the living God and his word, but they won't question Satan. They won't question the satanic Satan. Like, where in all these trillions of dollars, where's all these trillions and millions of dollars going that's coming from our constitutional nation and our land wealth, while it is being attrition from us? Where is it going? Why is not HUD providing housing for us, but you can let in now millions of immigrants from Europe, the Middle East, and from Hispaniola, South America? See, they don't question, why can we not have decent schools? Why can we not have health care and be the first priority in that health care, where we have black native clinics, where we have constitutional native clinics, constitutional native schools, constitutional native health care, constitutional native legal defense of the republic? See, they never question that. See, whatever Satan tells them, they go along with like drones. But now they so smart that they want to follow the yellow brick road in information incarceration, but they can't comprehend liberation. See, they can't comprehend the liberation of the Constitution and the liberation of the word of the living God. They cannot comprehend it. Their ancestors comprehended it, and that's why they put together the Constitution, which is the most liberated document on the planet. It's a document of liberation. But you can't tell them that. They're too MK'd altered. They're too now in questioning God. They want to put their mind to God, but they can't even question how their wealth is being spent. What happened to the Katrina, victims who hadn't have housing? Who is the head authority at HUD? Who is the head authority at the EPA? Who are these congressmen serving to the point where they can ignore the landholders in the Constitution? Why is the Black Caucus still calling itself the Black Caucus instead of the Constitutional Caucus? Why is the black child have a death rate of that of third world countries in America? See, they never question nothing. Whatever this Luciferix system and this Satanatrix system tell them to do. But then they think they can scour the internet to try to question who created Allah and where did God come from? They want so much of the absolution of God, and what that shows is a lack of faith. Is a lack of faith that you need so much besides the word that God left you. See, that's a lack of faith. That's a lack of faith, because whatever he left you, I'm telling you about the Constitution. How many can comprehend that? No, because you don't have the mind towards liberation. If you had the mind towards liberation, you would know to push this contract. You would know to push this contract instead of pushing yourself down a yellow brick road in information incarceration that has not led to your liberation. You had all this information before and it ain't stopped you from going into slavery. And see, I can't tell you that because you're going to be stiff-necked anyway and say, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that because I'm going to find out this, I'm going to do that. Yeah, because you're always questioning God who gave you the word of the Bible. But see, you don't have no energy and you don't have the liberation of mind to question Satan and this system, to begin to ask, prove I don't have 40 acres. When you're going to ask them to prove you don't have 40 acres, prove that you're not the constitutional landholders, prove that somebody is your landlord that came from a foreign country and just signed up under corporate doctrine. Prove that the U.S. corporation don't serve you. So you don't ask them to prove anything, but yet you still questioning God and you want God to prove everything to you in a yellow brick road of so-called sophistication of knowledge, and you getting dumber and dumber and dumber and can't comprehend liberation because you're in the Satanatrix and the Luciferix and you're fighting the matrix of your own womb, your own cosmic womb originality. And I'm talking about the men and the women. The men and the women, because as much as men talk on this internet, they don't talk about the cosmic womb. They don't talk about the cosmic womb. All they do is talk about the patriarchs. The patriarchs. And most of the patriarchs are the ones who challenged the cosmic mother. And they didn't want to serve the cosmic mother, because to become a king, you would have to become a king through the cosmic mother and through the woman, and they didn't want to bow. So they are full of gender anti-Semitism. So we have fought a war of gender anti-Semitism, and these are Satan and Luciferian males like the Moors who begun to give their light energy to serve Satan and to follow Satan, because they didn't want to serve the cosmic matrix and the mother, and they challenged her. And they became abusers of the light that God gave them, and they abused the light and they used it for evil to challenge the mother, or to the point where they tried to destroy the whole cosmic. And if it wasn't for the Holy Savior, the whole cosmic would have been destroyed. They doing the same thing today. They stealing from the sun and putting the sun in broken cisterns. All these women who can't hold the sun, so they constantly they constantly stealing from the cosmic mother and her DNA, and they are constantly throwing away, trying to deplete the cosmic sun, the cosmic energy, the cosmic electricity. Okay, so these are the Luciferians. A lot of them are black asses that light came to, and they use this light to serve satanic and just to think that they better than the cosmic mother and other blacks of the Judaic nation. The Judaic nation, I may add, that invested in all them. They may think Satan is their investor, but the Judaic nation, the mother nation of Jesus Christ, is their supreme constitutional contractual investors, because they're the holders of the land. So anything that Denzel Washington and all of them have, it came through black first. It came through black contract supremacy. Okay, so all the other is satanic trickery, or Satanatrix and Luciferix, of them transferring light for no reason but to challenge the constitutional supremacy of the black womb investment, and to challenge the matrix, the matriarchal and the holy matrimony of the cosmic mother with the living God. So rather than call these blacks in Hollywood, most of them are Luciferians. What they are is the succubus and incubus energy for evil forces. They're the succubus and incubus energy for evil forces to war against the Constitution, the holy nation, and the cosmic mother. The cosmic mother. A lot of these men hate their mother. They're just like Esau. They forfeit their birthrights, which means they forfeit their souls. And they're Esau and black skin, but they're no different. When you think about how they never question where their tax money go and how they can see their people homeless, and they say, well, the government is supposed to do that. Well, you never question why your tax money is not getting to any black Americans, and you still have so much money left over that it wouldn't be nothing for you to open up a school. A woman ironed shirts sent people to school. I mean, it wouldn't be nothing for you to open up a school or a clinic, but you want to hoard your 50 and 60 million and your lack of empathy, because God wants to test you, and he wants to show blacks the evil and the Luciferic nature of those who he gave light to, and how they willing to succubus and incubus that light for evil forces, but not use it for good forces. And when I kept saying correction, they did not sell their souls, because God gave them the power to stamp on evil, to stomp on evil and wickedness. See, and that's what they had in their free will. See, and that's why their souls was not for sale. They actually had more power to overcome and to fight the evil. But instead, they wanted to be succubus and incubus and serve evil to distance themselves in an egomaniacal God complex, where they're in idolatry, and they want people to idolize them and see them as gods themselves. And this is why we went into slavery. It was too much of us self-destructing, really, and collapsing and caving in on ourselves. This is going to be a series. So this is part B. Part 2. Listen to 3. It will be 3 coming up sooner or later. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom.